It is the 28th of September 2024 and the league is well and truly underway. 11 games in and we sit on 23 points, just 3 points off Chester at the top. But for today, the focus is solely on the third qualifying round of the Emirates FA Cup, and we make the trip down to Plymouth Park to take on cash-strapped TRURO City, who sit 20th in the Vanarama National League South. Now, despite them being some 204k in the red, we too need the money. And with that in mind, I've brought in a couple reinforcements, but before that, let's roll the intro. So two defensive additions come in to bolster the ranks, and the first one is an 18-year-old centre-back, Isaac Burgess. He comes in on loan from Rochdale. Now, to be fair, he's not much better than what we already have. 3-star rated and just slightly better than Levi Ando. But Archie Ricketts picked up an injury recently and is out for at least another week. Now, ideally, we do want to be making signings that are a whole lot better than this level of quality. And that's where the second of our signings comes in. Tom Nixon, a 21-year-old right-back. That is by far the best right back in the team, and to be honest, one of the better players in the squad as a whole. I brought him in on a fairly high wage of £475 per week, but he does come in on the back of some pretty decent form in the EFL League 2 with Doncaster last season. 28 games played with an average rating of 6.8 to go, these 3 assists while on loan from Hull City, and he's come in and made 2 further appearances for us. Now, the first of those appearances came against Farsi Celtic in that Emirates FA Cup second qualifying round. After a drab 1-0 win against Marine, we continued in pretty much the same fashion. Yet another 1-0 without too much to speak about. We headed back home to take on Gloucester City next, and that one ended up 2-1. But to be honest, it could have ended up a whole lot better. 18 shots with an XG of 2.93, 8 shots on target, Mbuya Lamanji and Teddy Rowe being on the score sheet, but we missed a whole lot more. Now, the lack of efficiency has got me just a touch worried, and I think in the next episode we're going to look at the analytics yet again to find out what we can change to get us performing somewhere around our peak again. Now, talking about peak, the next result was right up there. We took on Buxton and that one ended 4-3, but to be honest, I think this was possibly the most undeserved win of the save thus far. Take a look. So Buxton started the game off with great intent, and after some scrappy deflections, Connor Falls made it 1-0 in just the 14th minute. Into the 20th then, and they doubled their lead, courtesy of Adam Beardsworth, who popped up with quite a lovely strike. Bang! Beardsworth then found himself on the wrong end of things. A Kai Willard innocent shot here in the 45th deflected off him to an own goal to get us one back. Before the half was done, Ale Manji popped up with a stoppage time equalizer. Into the 55th minute then, and we found yet another from Alamanji, taking the lead for the first time in the game, looking good value, before Falls popped up yet again and slotted home in fine fashion to make it 3-3. Yet another stoppage time goal then, and Teddy Rowe pulled out the class, slotting in from just inside the area to make it 4-3. Now, the real issue is these stats here. Buxton had 22 shots in that game with an XG of 2.55, and they dominated us thoroughly. The possession stakes were fairly even, with 52% to us and 48% to them, but to be honest, we did not create a lot with our slight advantage. Now, just as we've been lackluster in front of the goal as of late, thankfully Buxton were too. 22 shots, but just 8 on target, and a couple saves meant that they could not find more than the 3 goals. Now, we'll count our blessings, and hopefully the football gods are generous enough to give us a few more today when we take on TRURO City at Plymouth Park. So we head into this one without any real squad issues, with pretty much the full squad available bar Archie Ricketts. Tom Nixon starts yet again along with Dennis Waugh, but Isaac Burgess is not fit enough to make the bench. Joshua Hassan drops completely out of the team for the first time in a couple weeks, but we've got enough depth now to finally field something of a decent bench. Now, I'm hoping this is going to be smooth sailing, but how often does that happen in the FA Cup? Let's jump straight into it and hopefully get the job done. Now we come up against another 5 at the back situation, and I've always struggled just a little bit against these, with my preference for the 4-2-3-1. I'm not sure if you guys have the same experience, and if you do and possibly have a little fix, let me know in the comments. I hope that today we don't have such issues, and let's get kicked off and see how this one goes. So an early attack from TRURO City, Edworthy breaking down the wing, now finds Law, who whoops one in, and that one's nodded just over. Pretty much even Stevens to start here, 55% possession. Now it's dipped all the way to 49%. TRURO City with a corner then. Whooped in from Harvey, finds Law, and Dennis Wall holds on really nicely. So quite surprisingly, they're playing quite narrow. I think our width might be holding them in check here. Now Harrison with the ball. Down the wing to Law. And back to Harrison. Just building up really nice and slowly in the midfield. Harvey and then Macaulay. And quicker passing now. Dennis Wall popping up trumps yet again to make a save. And then off the corner, it pops off to Josh Smith, who's breaking away. Finds TRURO. Out wide to Bar. Can we actually get something from this? Back to Josh Smith and a foul. So free kick then, and I've seen Jack Bar do a few things from the spot here. Can he do it again? Off the wall and out for a corner. Cody Pennington to whoop one in. Can he find a head? Ollie Robinson is there, but it's knocked away. TRURO on the attack yet again. Law to whoop one in, and that has been a bit of a problem. We're going to go ahead to the opposition instructions and change a bit after this. Dennis Wall now to whoop one wide to Nixon. A new guy, the big guy, can he make something here? Finds Asamoah down in the wing, back to Nixon. He finds a pass into the midfield and Josh Smith's free. He's got a chance here and he buries it into the top corner. Josh Smith slots very neatly to make it 1-0 in the 34th minute. A quick sticks and TRURO back on the attack. Jack Bar finds the ball and knocks a nice pass across field to Asamoah, who breaks down in the wing. Can he find a cross? He does. Alamanji's there and it pops back to Bar. Nodded in very tamely and Josh Smith finds it yet again. Broken down back to Willard Innocent with a big effort that sails over. So TRURO now yet again in the middle of the park, finding a lot of space. Nixon with a nice tackle, but it breaks back to Law. Out to Harvey, off the bar. Looked like a foul in the box there, but we've gotten away. So Dennis Wall's been making save after save, doing the things thus far. And that sees us get to halftime of a fairly even game. 6 shots for TRURO, 4 to us. 52% position to us and 48% to them. Quite even thus far, and I'm not going to change much, but let's hope that we can kick on in the second half and absolutely blast these. No subs or changes just yet, and we'll go with it as is. Let's see if we can find another goal, but if things do turn for the worst, we will go ahead and tinker just a bit. Asamoah early on. Ooh, this is broken quite kindly back to us. Josh Smith in the box. Surely that's a penalty. Ref. Wow. So now TRURO with a corner in the 48th minute. Harvey to whoop yet another in, and this time they find the goal. So it's turned to absolute nonsense early into the second half here. We find ourselves level. Can we go ahead and fight back into the game? So Jack Bauer, the free kick now in the 53rd, finds Asamoah, and a low place shot sneaks by everyone, quite naughty there. That goes in the bottom corner to make it 2-1. Let's have another look at that actually. That was placed with such class. Wowza. So in quick fashion we found our way back, and now yet another chance in the 56th. Willard Innocent to whip one in. Keeper comes out to claim quite easily. What comes from this? Boomed up the field all the way back to Ollie Robinson. Will he recycle into something meaningful? Nixon now finds Rowe. There's a nice pass on to Josh Smith, who's been heavily involved in this game. Comes up with a shot that sails over. More action then, 57th minute. That one's broken back kindly. Law now breaking down in the wing. We have been pressing him, and some of that pressing comes to fruition there. Now nodded back out, and it finds Rowe on the counter here. Can we find a nice pass? Jack Bar whooped into the center. Josh Smith yet again heavily involved. Goes out wide to Nixon, who comes across the field to Willard Innocent, and then finds Jack Bar. A little bit of neat play, and Josh Smith tips that just over again. So 72 minutes into the game, and we've arrested some control of the game. 58% possession with 13 shots. Now we're going to go ahead and make some subs after this highlight. That's popped over. Ooh, it comes off the bar. Dennis Wall does nicely to tip that. Willard Innocent breaks to bar. Let's go ahead and make some subs. So we just freshen things up a touch. Leo Black comes on to go to central defensive midfield. Is Law going to get sent off here? Stuart Atwell calls him over. Go ahead. Yes, sir. Second yellow, and Law has been sent off. Now, as I was saying, Leo Black pops into DM. We've moved Rowe back to centre mid and popped Josh Smith up to Cam, seeing as he was having quite an influential role in the game thus far now. A chance for Truro with 10 men. They're going to come up and pop an equalizer. Dennis Wall comes out and claims like a real man. And I say that knowing that he's still a child, so let's hope that more of that commanding stuff in the box continues. Now Bar breaks down the wing. Willard Innocent finds a pass to Blacken and Smith, and he's got further forward and it's almost panned out perfectly. A save from the keeper, then a corner. Kai Willard Innocent to whoop one in. He's calling a whole lot of things to the corner flag, and I'm not sure the rest of his teammates understand this. He whoops that in, and it finds no one as predicted, but Bar rattles one on the side netting. Just a minute left then, and Nixon with a throw in. It should be all wrapped up now, but can we find yet another? Oh, yes! Teddy Rowe seals it to make it 3-1 off a deflection there. Looked like that was going to be an own goal for a second. Let's just have another look. Nixon to Asamoah, back to Nixon, whooped in. Comes off a deflection, keeper makes a save, and then Teddy Rowe pops up and slots. 3-1, wrapped, signed, sealed, and delivered. We're through to the next round of the FA Cup unless the ref decides to give them an extra 15 minutes of time or so. Roberts on the breakaway, and they might actually do something later on. Whooped in, Wall claims, should be sealed. And that should see us go into the hat for the next round now. I wonder how far we get this season. Pop it in the comments if you think that we'll get further than last season. We did quite well then. Now it seems to be all wrapped up, but we might have just one more chance before the end. And Rowe comes back. Is that a fourth? Yes, it is. So I asked for them to be more clinical and ruthless, and it seems like it's panned out nicely. Because the lads have definitely gone a bit cutthroat here. The game was well and truly won already, and Teddy Rowe pops up with 2 late goals, make it 4-1, and see us go back home with a lot of smiles. Now what on earth? The game's still going on and Truro have another shot. How on earth are we playing this much injury time over and above? He actually doesn't let them take the corner, so it's full time then. We walk away winners and well and truly deserved. This time converting a lot of our chances. And for once it's gone completely to plan, smooth sailing as I hoped for at the start. And on to what will be the 4th qualifying round next. Now if there is a tasty tie, I'll definitely go ahead and include it in the next episode. But until that one, I'm going to play a few behind the scenes. Now if you enjoyed this one, please drop us a like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button and stay tuned for more and just get involved. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see anything and if you hate anything that's been going on in episodes. I'd love to hear from you and I really appreciate all the support. Now until the next one, please take care and Laka, check you. Bye!